Hey there, how's it going? It's Thursday today. So I was called to do a video yesterday, but I had a lot going on and I wasn't able to get to it. Um, and so I got up this morning and I remembered I still needed to do that. Um, so it has to do with like your purpose, okay? It has to do with your purpose and not feeling like you are on the path you want to be on and that you're kind of like you think that you've been doing the things to kind of end one cycle because you see things ending. You see things had to end, they are ending, they have ended. Whether they're relationships, situations, patterns, habits, thoughts, beliefs. I mean, you realize that some things aren't serving you well. And so you've been taking action. This is going, if this resonates with you, this is going to, what I'm going to get to is a different perspective on how to look at your situation. And I wouldn't really call it a call to action, but maybe you could call it that, depending on what you take away from it. But it's really kind of intended to help you shift your perspective so that you can ease into what's inevitable, which is all these new beginnings. Some you are manifesting, some are meant to happen because they're part of lessons. Um, so you're not necessarily like trying to manifest it, but because of decisions you've made in the past, some things will end up being inevitable. But they are there for a reason. It's not just like a bunch of BS crap, random crap is happening. It's not like that. So yesterday when I got these like download, it was like, for me, it was in different forms. I was seeing, I was hearing, I was knowing, okay? So, but it all came together and I had a greater understanding. Because it's something I'm going through as well. But this was brought to me, and when I kind of had this epiphany and I understood what was being like shown to me, I guess, what I was receiving is that there's other people that are going through this in a similar, they're going through something very similar, so they will be able to, if they're going through this, if it's reaching those people, because this won't even be for most people. This will be for some people. This is for people who are aware many things, multiple things need to end or have ended, whether it was your doing or someone else's or mutual. This is currently, it's been going on for you and it's currently going on for you. So that's who this is for. This is also for people who are taking active steps toward their path, their spirit. I'm getting a spiritual path. Specifically, I am getting a spiritual path. So if you're thinking like more of like a career path, and maybe you're like, I don't know, like say you're investing, or you're like a mechanic. I don't know if this is necessarily speaking to you, but you might still get something out of it. Maybe it is. I'm getting a very strong spiritual piece to this. So maybe your job isn't spiritually based, but you are very in tune with yourself. You feel like you have a purpose, a higher purpose, but you're not feeling like it's in alignment, and you're taking the steps and you don't know what the heck is going on. That's who I'm talking to. Okay, now that I've tried to make that clear, I'll include myself, need to change our perspective. Okay, so you might be starting a new job. You might have a job currently, or are in a career, and you feel like you're not rewarded. You're not feeling personally rewarded by this job, and that it's there's something else calling to you. There's something else calling to you, and you're trying to like make a shift, whether it's a dramatic shift, whatever you feel that needs to look like. You're working toward it. Okay, you're working toward it, but it's like it's not lining up. So you know what I mean? It's not really lining up. It's kind of like this. It used to feel like this. Now it's starting to come closer, but you're still not, you know. When you wake up in the morning, you don't feel all in. You don't feel all in. You're not excited. You're not getting up before your alarm clock. You're not like, ooh, let's just get the day moving. I want to get going. You're not like that with what you're doing currently. You're not. But there's something that if you could do it, you would be like that. You would be like that. And maybe some people around you would even be surprised by this like new energy or new motivation or something. Like they might see a side of you that they didn't know was there, or that they didn't know you had. Okay, so I don't believe that everyone that is going to hear this message is an earth angel. Although there will be more people that can take something away from this if they're hearing it than there are earth angels listening. But I'm going to talk to the earth angels right now. You are on your path. It is in alignment. The crappy jobs that you keep getting that aren't taking you anywhere, those jobs are just meant to help you maintain a sense of stability, to help you be able to go out and have a little fun, to take care of your responsibilities. Consider it compensation. Unfortunately, it comes with tasks that you also have to do for that compensation. And those tasks that's what's getting you. Those tasks that you feel tied to. Hold on a second. Excuse you. Don't do that, please. Thank you. Those tasks, that's what's bugging you. You're waking up every day and you're going, that's not the crap I want to do. That's not my higher purpose. Yeah, I'm making money. Yeah, it's a paycheck. And yeah, it is hard to walk away from that because that's stability. So what I'm hearing and what I was hearing what I was being told is that's not meant that's not that job isn't meant for you. That's not your job. I don't it's going to be hard to explain. It's like when I got it, that's what I mean by the knowing. It's like you get it and you understand it. It's almost like if someone placed it on you and it's like, "Oh, I understand now." Like they just like laid a blanket of like knowing and you understand. You might be shown things, you might hear things, whatever, but you come to you land on an understanding, and so the hard part for me is then bringing to you without being able to like put the blanket on you, like you coming to the same understanding, realization. So it's like I'm trying to get from one point to the next, but I can't do it the same way it was done for me. So just 1 second, please. Okay, so I'm being guided to share a personal experience, and hopefully that I was told that if I shared this, the people that need to understand will understand. Okay. So in the last year, I had a job briefly that I thought was going to work out. It was a second job. It was like in the evening after I already worked a full-time job during the day. So, because of my circumstances at the time, and this isn't even my nature, but I really needed to chase. I felt I really needed to chase the dollar to, create balance in my life because it was very unbalanced, very. Okay, so a week or so goes by, a couple weeks, and I'm like, this job is not, I can't do this. This is too much. These 2 jobs, it's just too much, and so I was getting ready for work one day, and it was going to be a situation where it's definitely difficult to let go of. It's a job I don't want. I don't really like the work. The people are all right. It makes it kind of worth going in, but once I'm there, I'm like, okay, now I'm here again and I don't like it. I didn't like the hours. It was across the street from where I was staying, so it was very convenient. Didn't cost any money to get there. Didn't take me much time to get there. It was a very hard situation. I really needed the money in order to survive, have a place to stay, to be able to eat every day. I really needed the money. But physically, it was getting to be too much. My body was like, I don't know how much you are going to expect from me, but I don't think I can really produce what you're asking for. It's not going to go on a long time. So this one day I'm getting ready for work, and I'm kind of like thinking about that stuff, and then this one guy that I worked with, he like popped into my head, and I asked, well, why am I thinking about this person? Why is this person coming to my mind? And all I was really told is I'm supposed to tell them to use their intuition. And I thought, what the heck? Okay. Well, I had a couple of brief conversations with this person about me using my intuition and like, actively developing my intuition, things like that. So, and we kind of connected a little bit like that. So I thought, well, I could probably start up a conversation, I guess. I mean, this is kind of weird, but all right. Well, that day I go into work and we had a few moments and we were by ourselves. So I kind of started up a conversation and I asked him, I said, I got a message about him and I asked if I could like give it to him. He said yes. And I said, I was told you're supposed to use your intuition. And he was like, well, that's interesting because my family taught me to not use it, which I was very surprised to hear this. I really didn't think he was going to say something like that. I actually kind of thought he would have told me he already does, because he just seemed like that kind of, I could tell he was gifted. I could tell there was something else there, you know, I could tell. I could feel it. I could sense it. So anyway, it was well received, and he kind of just, you know, told me about like, yeah, people told in different ways he's gotten the message to disregard, ignore, don't trust his intuition. Okay. So within a week or two, I was told by divine, I can be done. If I'm ready to be done with this job, I can be done. Mission accomplished. That's what I heard one day. Mission accomplished, when I was stressing about having to go back to work again. And I was so exhausted, and I heard I didn't have to. Mission accomplished. And I thought, how am I gonna survive if I don't go to this job, you know? But I was told it'll be all right. Well, now let me tell you this. It was still difficult to get by without that other job. I didn't have lots of money, you know, I was scraping by. So I could have made my situation less, you know, difficult if I was able to stay at that job and get the compensation, you know. But what I was told was the whole reason I even got that job, was supposed to work there, was to tell this person to use their intuition. All right, now I'm thinking that's kind of crazy because it doesn't seem like a good trade-off, because I really need the money. And I don't, you know, this person, great for them, but they're not going to like then help me like in my situation. So I didn't go back. I did quit the job. I still had stability though. Okay, I had stability. And the crazy thing is that someone stepped in and helped me to create stability. Like the one job that I decided to keep wasn't enough. But there was someone who was very close to me at that time, around me, that stepped in. I believe another earth angel stepped in and helped me. Okay. Now, as I'm working at this job that I kept, it was right next door to the job that I quit. So this person would come in, because I was working at a convenience store, where the one I kept. So this person would come in, you know, and get something or get gas or whatever. And so I would still see him from time to time. I think I maybe saw him a handful of times after I quit that job. And he would come in. Okay, so he came in, and on multiple occasions, it was like 2 or 3 occasions, it's like he came in, and the next time I saw him, because when I was working with him, he was like training people on like doing, like putting together to-go orders and like helping the wait staff serve tables and clear tables and things. Okay, so then when I quit and I saw him come into my job, we would chit chat. Now he's like a cook. Okay, so they moved him into the kitchen. Now he's cooking. So he's able to do the front and the back. Okay, so that's an improvement. And then like the next time, it was just kind of like he maintained that. Then like the time after that, he comes in again. Now he's a manager. He's one of the managers. Okay. And I was like, wow, you're doing great. That's so great. He's like, it's all because I'm trusting my intuition. And I was like, what? Oh my God. Okay. So here I leave this job thinking I really screwed myself. I sabotaged myself. you know? But I took this leap of faith because I was told that I could, and I was on some kind of mission. That was the first time I ever thought of helping people as being a mission. When I looking back, I'm still even today as I'm telling you this, I'm realizing I helped someone. Okay, I thought it wasn't that big of a deal. This changed this person's life. Okay, this gave this person new confidence, new something, because they were walking through new doors, one after the other. And I thought I screwed myself, but someone had my back. Someone had my back. I'm just realizing that now as I'm telling you this. Someone had my back. So I have to get going as I have an appointment. But what I'm supposed to tell you is you're on a mission. So now the situation that you're in, think of it as temporary. Think of it as like an FBI agent, a spy, somebody who gets sent on these, what do they call them? They get sent on these, not a case. It's like mission. You're being sent on a mission. But some of these missions involve having to work at places, almost like you're undercover. Think of it in like that. Add some excitement to it. You're not going to be at that crappy job forever. You're not going to be at that dead-end job forever. Look for the people. Look for the situations. Why are you there? You're there for a reason. And then you're going to be moving on, okay? And you'll get a little reward. That's how that's supposed to work. And I'm just figuring this out now, okay? So I really got to get going. I hope this didn't go on too long, and I hope I'm not late for my appointment, but I really hope this clicked something in your mind, and you're going to look into this. Google it if you have to. I haven't Googled this. Wouldn't even know. I have to think about like how I would phrase that. I don't even know why I just said that. Look up earth angels. I don't know. But if you are resonating with this, contemplate this, meditate on this, ask your guides, is there something to this? Is this about me? Is this speaking to me? Is this true? Am I on a mission? I'm on my path because I'm doing the missions. I'm helping the people. I'm getting confused. I thought the jobs were the path. The jobs aren't the path. The jobs are on the path, but they're not the path. Do you get it? Do you get it now? I hope you get it. If you get it, if you watch this, like this video. Please like this video so other people can see it. I hate to sound like I'm begging you. I'm not begging. I'm really feeling like this is supposed to reach people, okay? So share it, like it, pass it on, talk about it. I really appreciate it. We're doing great. Keep on going. And have a great day. And we'll see each other again. Thank you.